Okay. Save that. Move over here. Record this. Okay. It's that time of day, everybody. So unless you meant to not be here, sit down and make yourselves comfortable.
Who in here meant to not be here?
It could be anyone.
Jerks.
Jerks is right. Okay. Here goes. It begins at... Oh, let's close this. We got a few things open we don't need. Hold on. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Basically the same deal, except we get a free keg of beer for our meeting. Yeah! In exchange for that, we have to give up our dental plan.
So long, dental plan!
Wiener plant.
Lisa needs braces.
Wiener plant.
Lisa needs braces.
Wiener plant.
Lisa needs braces.
Bullseye!
Thanks a lot, Carl. Now I've lost my train of thought.
She speaks the bullshit.
This is the morning stream, and what we have here is a failure to communicate.
Welcome back to TMS, everybody. I forgot about his little snort at the end. That's fantastic.
That's the best.
That thing I got, the wiener plan thing, whatever.
Yeah, I have so many questions.
It came from a listener. I didn't write down who. Did I write down who? I didn't. Shoot. I mean to give you credit, whoever did this, so email me back and remind me your name. But I just got this thing that said, yeah, I couldn't help it. And I thought, oh, okay, what is this? And I played it. It's just you being replaced. You've replaced the audio in that Simpsons clip with whatever was there before and just say wiener plant.
I don't even know what the there's like so much echo and reverb on there.
Well, the echo part is the clip itself had echo because it was a dream sequence. Yeah, so it's this old Simpsons episode where something bad happens at the plant. They're going to drop everybody's health plan or something like that, and Marge starts freaking out, and in her head she's seeing these rotating heads repeating the things she heard at the meeting.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so you've just replaced whatever the other person was saying in this part right here.
Wiener plant.
Lisa needs braces.
Wiener plant.
I think it was like...
That's right. Oh, that's right. No, it was Homer having a dream, wasn't it? Because he was dreaming about all the pressures he had.
Or yeah, did I say Marge? I meant Homer. Yes, Homer.
Yeah.
Marge is in it. Obviously, she's not going to hear her own voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... Is it
that's
dental
right.
plan?
He's like all the different pressures he has going on, and
dental plan. That's what they say. So dental plan got replaced by wiener plant. Well done, Brian.
Wiener plant.
Well done. I don't remember the context of you originally saying wiener plant, though.
I don't either.
Yeah, great intro. Thanks for that.
Wow.
Welcome to TMS, everybody. November 10th, 2020. I'm Scott. He's Brian, and we're going to do a show.
Hi.
It's Tuesday, right? Tuesday?
It is Tuesday.
All right, that's fine. It's good for me to be reminded what day it is once in a while.
Feel like we need it these days.
It does feel like that. I feel like, I don't know the right words for this. I feel like my week has been a combination so far. It's only been, we're only a day and a half into it, or not even that. If you count Sunday, I guess. But it's been a weird mix of some really cool stuff happening and then some not great things happening. And it's just a weird mix of both. And so we're just trying to figure it out. Utah's in a brand new, fresh state of lockdown a little bit. It doesn't stop us from doing our little trip next week, so we're planning on that still.
I was going to ask you about that. Kim made the reservation, right?
Oh, yeah, she did all that.
Good. Thank goodness. Okay, good. I was afraid it might have been a White House staffer, and you guys, who knows where you would have ended up.
Well, you got to be careful when you're in that place. I would say this, regardless of when and how and whatever they leave, somebody needs to go in there and really clean, like deep clean.
Right, yes.
And I don't just mean because people are there gross. I'm not saying they are. I'm saying there's enough weird COVID cases bouncing around the people's house that you need to go in there and really go for it. Just
exactly. It lives on surfaces.
Fumigate, freaking exterminate, just go all in on the cleaning, right? And just really, like you've never cleaned that White House before. Let's do it. Let's make that happen.
Somebody needs to take put one of those, do Photoshop one of those fumigation tents over the White House.
Yeah, that'd be great. like the Breaking Bad one, so that there are meth deals going on inside.
Right.
I like that.
Call it peaceful transfer of power.
There you go. It's not bad, Brian. You're making memes in real time
I'm
here.
kind of making memes in real time. Wow.
Jeez. All right, go run with it, somebody. Get out there, make that happen. Okay. Happy episode 2020, everybody. Whee! It's episode 2020. That's all I got to play for you.
That's right.
So
if the year is any indication, this should be a real shit show.
Yeah, sure could be. We don't know how today will go, but we're hoping it'll be a better representation of the number 2020 than this year has been. But now, this is what the other thing it means, Brian. All future episodes of the show are completely unknown factors. We don't have any past references to make. Tomorrow will be 2021. What does that even mean?
So we'll say, tomorrow for the show, we'll say, hey, this is the year that we think Black Widow and Dune and other movies that got No Time to Die are going to come out. We think so.
Yeah, maybe. Well, maybe we'll make predictions for those years. Who knows? Or maybe we'll just forget about it.
Oh, I like that idea.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
But for today, we just have this one last one that represents where we're at right now. And it's good to be here. Oh, Claire Gack, that link is something else.
Yeah,
all right.
Sometimes copying from Google doesn't quite work.
Nightmare. Anyway, so welcome, everyone. We're going to dive into it here. Somebody out there sent me some, because I'd hurt my sciatic. Did I talk about this? This is the most old man shit to talk about. I don't really want to talk about it, but I hurt my sciatic on the right side about a week and a half ago, and it's been pretty consistently gnarly, and it mostly is bad in the morning. Like they say on Aliens, they come in the morning mostly, that sort of thing.
Mostly.
Yeah, mostly. And it hurts like a mother, and it's because it's stiff, because you've been laying, sleeping.
Sure.
And kind of have to walk it out and whatever and do some stretches. And somebody sent me some stretches that I tried, video, and I can't remember who did it. But they didn't do anything. They didn't help me. I need better ideas for how to do it. So if anyone's got any ideas, that'd be great. It's killing me. I'm sick of it. I'm not going in for it.
Do you do heating pad or anything like that?
I alternated heating pad with an ice block yesterday while I sat on the couch, and that helps. Ice helps the most because I think it just numbs it. And there are parts of the day where it's no problem. And I get up and I'm walking around. I'm walking the dog. I tried to do the treadmill this morning. I couldn't do it because it just hurts that bad.
Wow. So that sucks.
Yeah, it does suck. And I know what it is. It's just this freaking nerve that runs up your butt and down your leg because humans are jacked. So if you have some
up
ideas,
your butt and down your leg.
Diced Tomato, are you doing them correctly? I'm doing them from the video. I don't know. I don't know if they're correct.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, I'll let you guys know how that goes there. I need to explain. What's this thing about the cat? I don't remember.
I don't know. I saw that in there.
I know what it is. So the cat last night. This is a separate story. It barfed. It barfed in my bathroom overnight, and that's great because we stepped in it this morning. But that's a separate issue.
Hey, at least it wasn't on the carpet. Unless your bathroom's carpeted.
Well, it was a bathroom with a. He barfed, of course, on the rug in the bathroom that is otherwise hardwood, because dogs and cats, for whatever reason, think they need to barf on the carpets, no matter how small they are.
That's right. It's like, oh no, I'm on a tile floor. Where's the nearest carpet?
Yeah, it sucks. So, anyway, that was no problem. But I have this question about cats. You have a cat, so maybe you can explain this.
Sure.
Carter's cat, his name is Deckard Cain. He'll tell you what your items are for free in Diablo 2 if you can talk to him.
As long as you sit a while.
You have to stay a while and listen.
Stay a while.
That's okay. Sit a while and listen actually kind of works as well.
Sit a while. Sit a spell.
So he does this thing where he waits outside.
I heard it too.
Yeah, I know. I'm starting to catch myself doing it. He was waiting outside the laundry room there, where you get the washer and the dryer and the whatnot. And we keep his food up on top of the dryer. And we do that because he can easily jump to it. And also,
won't eat it
keeps the dogs away from it.
Yes.
So that's probably common at your house, right? You've got to keep that stuff separate.
We do the same thing. It's up on the counter.
Okay. So he knows to go and get up there and get it. Right. This cat, Deckard Cain, the world's laziest cat, likes to look at me while I'm walking past him and go, he doesn't even meow properly. It's just kind of like, like that. And then looking at me and looking at his food and like walking toward it, going, "You gonna lift me up?
Like,
Yeah.
like a little help here."
Basically, he's doing that. And so even when I'm actually feeling like in a good mood and I do want to help him, he'll still just jump up anyway. What does he actually want from me? Like, I'll go, "All right,
Really?
what?" And he's like, "Meh, meh." And he'll get closer to her and then just jump up and start eating. Like, dude, I don't need to watch.
Hilarious.
He's like, does he want me to watch him? Does he?
Yeah, watch me jump up on here. Watch. Yeah.
I hate it. It drives me crazy. And now that he puked last night, I'm mad at him. That's 2 animal pukes in like 4 days.
Oh,
That's
jeez.
not good. And nobody warned me that a Weimaraner would barf so freaking much. My gosh.
Oh, really?
So much.
I wonder if
dude.
there's allergies going on with the food that you're giving her.
I don't know. It's the only time she's had
Or
any
him.
problem. Her poops are fine. I think she just overate and ran around too much or something. She's still a puppy, but Ripley just. I don't even know I don't know how to describe it. It's like the volume was just undescribable. It was real bad. So anyway, cats, dogs, good times. Here.
What are you gonna do with them?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? All right, now I have a special treat for you, Brian.
Okay, I see this in here and I'm excited about it.
This is from Dan Anderson. He threw this together, and he made something called "When I Doing What I'm Doing Right Now." That's how he titled it.
That's how he typed it. Okay,
Yeah,
I wasn't sure if that
didn't
was you
typo
or
that.
him.
Yeah, I didn't typo it. I actually just transcribed directly from his email. So he may have
When
typoed
I'm
it.
doing what I'm doing right now.
Yep, and you're going to hear a familiar voice in this because you're involved.
Okay.
And he threw this together, and it's not. I don't know if I'll play the entire thing, but I'll play a big chunk of it here. So, so dig in. It's so basically it's a song, and it's using some sound clips from the show, in particular stuff from Brian, which gives it its title. So, check it out right here. Here we go. We get a little intro to get there.
I like this.
It's
Yeah.
very jazzy.
Totally. 35 degrees in Central Park. What I'm doing right now.
There you go.
Yeah. What I'm doing right now. When I'm doing Coverville. What I'm doing right now. I wonder if because what I'm doing right now. Coverville. What I'm doing right now. Yeah. What I'm doing right now. I wonder if because what I'm doing right now.
More. Keep going here. This is good.
What I'm doing right now.
My mixer having the right holes in it, like I was in a bathroom, and I could deal with that. My mixer having the right holes in it, like I was in a bathroom, and I could deal with that.
Yeah.
Get it down. Get it down. Get it down, baby. Get it down. Because my favorite part. Get it down. Armenia. Whatever.
Loop back. Yeah. Loop back. Yeah.
Isn't it weird? It just kind of goes on like that for a while.
Oh my god, I love that thing.
Yeah, it's really good. I'll put the I'm gonna put the patrons will get just an MP3 of the song by itself.
Yeah.
I'll put that up there today so you guys can enjoy that.
Okay, well, I want a copy of it too, Scott.
You can have it as well,
The
Brian.
whole thing.
Yeah, it's pretty good stuff. So
Oh my god, that is fantastic. That is fan-freaking-tastic.
yeah, well done,
Good
Dan
job,
Anderson.
Dan Anderson.
Yeah, good job. I guess he just had a little time on his hands and thought he'd throw something together, and we love it when you guys do dumb stuff, so please don't stop. Okay.
Please, yes.
All
Man,
right.
put that up on iTunes and sell it for 99 cents.
Yeah, why not, right? Hey, I was going to ask you a Marvel question. I have a Marvel question. Can I ask you this? I saw that there was a new Marvel game coming out, and I'm going to grab it right here real quick so I can remember the name. And I wanted to see if this was on your radar. So this is...
It probably isn't because I thought I knew about all the current Marvel games.
Well, and that's what I thought, because I
release.
thought, oh, hey, Brian would know, and maybe he even mentioned this already, but maybe not. So let's see. It is, if I can find it right here, Marvel Realm of Champions. Is that out already? Is that a thing?
Realm of Champions? I know there's I wonder if that's an adaptation or not adaptation, but like a extension of Contest of Champions. Let me see here. Realm of Champions.
It says pre-registration, rewards available. Launching on December 16th, so it isn't something that's out.
No.
It says, okay, so there was something called Contest of Champions before. Was that a thing?
Yeah, it still is, and it's a brawler game. Like it's a fighting game.
Oh,
okay. A 1v1.
All right, Realm of Champions is this MOBA thing. So it's
Oh, okay, yes. I heard about this, and I thought this was another one that is that was released or betaed in other parts of the country or other parts of the world. And I was thinking, well, this is never gonna happen here.
Yeah, I don't see anything about other territories, but you can pre-register.
This is
and have it
worldwide,
on the 16th.
16th of December. So this is.
I'm excited about this.
Nice.
Actually. Weirdly, normally I just go another licensed game, but I like a good MOBA. And I think they can be done okay on mobile.
Sure.
And look at all the gear you get with Hulk. This trailer's great. Yeah. Brian, you might play a MOBA.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
I think I might. I mean, listen, I've played Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like there's going to be plenty of people out there who are like, well, I kind of know what League of Legends is. I sort of played Dota. Yeah. I know what Heroes of the Storm is. But now that all your Marvel people are in something, you get excited.
It's even more
which, by the way, reminds me, since Marvel still has Black Panther 2 on the schedule.
Oh yeah, right.
How do you think they handle that? What do you think they do there? Do you think they recast?
God, I don't know, because it's not like replacing Rhodey. I mean, you're. I could see them making Okoye or Shuri the new Black Panther.
Interesting. Actually, just lean into an existing character, but replacement for donning the armor or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Interesting. Do you write it so that T'Challa is dies in the story, or do you? What do you if you were you and you had super high respect and reverence for the character, what would you do?
See, again, it's a tough thing, because the Black Panther lore involves them going to the underworld and seeing the deceased, and so it's really going to be tough with no Chadwick Boseman to be able to say, oh, okay, well, let's go talk to our ancestors, unless they've got some archival footage that they've filmed with him that they can use and turn into the right thing, like turn into something that fits that. What did they do with that recently? It was Carrie Fisher.
Oh, yeah.
Using old footage of Carrie Fisher from other things that they'd filmed.
Sure, that's all possible. I mean, these days you can do almost anything and have it be believable, but also, technically, her dad is the same dad as his dad. Oh no, he died too, though. That actor died, right?
Killmonger, yeah. So you couldn't do Killmonger, unfortunately.
Poo. Yeah, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it.
Right.
I mean, they did this in Superman, one of the Supermens, where they put what's his name, Godfather.
Marlon
Brando back in there and jammed him in the crystal and used footage from the old Superman stuff.
Favor.
Superman. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, very, very interesting. I'm curious to see how they do this too. Because it's such a popular franchise. It would. Oh yeah, so a lot of people are saying Shuri.
Well, in the comics, she is right. There's
has Shuri taken over? Well, I mean, hey, I've got. Shuri Black Panther action figure right here.
Yeah. She's also next in line, like literally in the line of succession for Black Panthers. So,
right.
And she was really great. I still think it would just be so sad, because there's no way to take you out of the reality that Chadwick Boseman was yanked out of life too soon, and it'll just annoy us. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, very interesting.
What a bummer. It's the one Marvel movie that got Best Picture nomination. Like, it's got all this accolade in it that is so much bigger and more than most of what the MCU receives in terms of critical acclaim and, respect and all of that. And to have that be the one that has this loss, and then not being able to do sequels and not be able to capitalize on that, just is a bummer. It's a bummer, man.
It really is. It really is. Yeah.
Anyway. The Black Panther mask changes the way your face looks. Is that true? T. Crumb. Is that true? Oh, do you just mean that?
Oh,
just look
that's how
different
that's
wearing
how they're going to explain a new actor in that role.
Oh, because it adheres to a different body in a different way or whatever. Is that how it works?
Well, no, that basically he takes off the mask and it's like, oh, it's all of a sudden this other actor because the mask changed his face.
I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what they do. It's on the schedule is all I'm saying. So I don't know what that means. It may mean nothing. It may mean they just didn't take it
may mean
off.
that they haven't updated the schedule yet. Yeah.
So maybe they don't or do. I don't know. I don't.
Yeah.
I guess what I'm saying is I'm still not grappling very well with the loss of Chadwick Boseman. Let's just put it
Well,
that way.
no, definitely not. Yeah, Miravina says that. Here we go. She put up a link to an article. So, WeGotThisCovered.com says that Shuri reportedly will become the MCU's new Black Panther. So there we go.
Okay, so that is happening. Maybe. I mean, maybe that's the best chance of this being done right. I don't know what else you do.
Maybe.
What else you can do? Have the big furry Wolf Clan guy do it? No, can't have him.
Right, and you need to do something because those characters still need to be part of the greater MCU and appear in crossovers and things like that. So, you need to make sure that character is done right and not just kind of written off like, well, okay, we can't, we're not going to touch that character for a while.
Dreadneck says they did it with Terrence Howard, but we just mentioned that that's easy. It's a side character. It's not that big a deal, and also it's a side character before it mattered very much. Like
right, exactly.
It wasn't.
Rhodey was just made an appearance basically in that first Iron Man movie, and
yeah, War Machine wasn't. We weren't ready for full War Machine yet, and that fit just fine for Don Cheeto, as we call him.
It's a great fit for Don Cheeto.
Yeah, so we'll see. That actually gives me a little bit of hope, and I also really like that actress. So
yeah, I agree with you, Tali. You just can't replace Chadwick. This is about the only way you could do it, and apparently it's still true to the comics because that's something that's happened in Marvel lore. So
yeah, to me that's like the Falcon taking on the Captain America role. It's that's what comics do, and I don't have a problem with the MCU doing that. In fact, they've done a great job of sort of doing that anyway with a few other things. So do that.
Sure. And they're probably doing something similar with Iron Man, because in the comics there's a younger African American woman that was Iron Man for a while.
Do you think?
I don't know why they didn't call her Iron Maiden, but that would have been great.
Oh, geez, missed opportunity.
They did. She was Iron. There was an Iron Maiden in the Earth X series. That was
really?
Ironheart. That's right. Yeah, Ironheart.
Ironheart. Iron Maiden's a great idea. They could run for the hills. I was going to say this too. So Iron Man didn't have a son, but he had a little girl. So it's possible they do something there.
They could.
Or Pepper Potts could do some business, but I don't know. She has weird candles, so maybe not.
Yeah. Do we want Gwyneth Paltrow unassisted as part of the MCU?
What's
just
the name?
Bring her in.
What's her name in her
Pepper Potts?
No.
Rescue is her character. Or
Rescue.
Rescue.
That's it. Anyway, and that's a real character, right? That's a thing.
Ant-Man's daughter Stature is in the comics as using the Pym particles to grow huge and be a superhero. So there's lots of potential growth for the MCU.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they do. In Kevin Feige, whatever it is, I trust.
Yeah.
Except how to say his name. I don't trust that at all.
Hey, we had a little birthday party for Mrs. Crazy Neighbor last night.
Oh my gosh. Can you please, you're going to talk about the knife, right?
I'm going to talk about the knife.
All right, I got to do this.
So a little background story. We sous vide'd steaks last night, and I had a ribeye. Tina had a little tenderloin. Mr. and Mrs. Crazy Neighbor had buffalo steaks because they wanted those. We figured out the right timing to put them all in the sous vide, right temperature to do them all at the same time, and they came out great. And of course, what you want to do at the end is put them in a hot pan on the stove to sear them. And Crazy Neighbor does it right. He actually takes his cast iron pan, puts it in the oven, gets it smoking hot, and then puts it on the stove with a little extra heat, and then puts the meat in there and rotates it, moves it around to get a good sear on every side.
Sure.
We didn't want ours any further cooked though, so we did that. We did the pan technique with Mrs. Crazy Neighbors and Tina's because they like their meat a little bit more done. He and I just want a nice little sear on the edge, just like on the outside, sear the fat and stuff.
Yeah.
So he brought out his blowtorch, which he's been using a little bit in the kitchen for other things, like getting a smoke plank to do salmon and stuff like that. And so he's like, we're like doing that with our steaks, getting nice sear on the edge, which are great, just absolutely delicious. We still had it out, and we had an ice cream cake that hadn't thawed after 10 minutes of being out.
Okay.
and that's even another story. We didn't have a cake. We didn't have anything figured out for dessert. So there's a Cold Stone Creamery like 2 blocks away. And he's like, well, let's just go up and get an ice cream cake. So we go up there, and 2 teenage girls working behind the counter. We go and it's just me and Crazy Neighbor, me and Dave.
Yeah.
Go and grab a cake. There are 2 different sizes. There's a large and a small. And so we get the small up there. And first thing he says is, could you crunch up some Heath bars and put it on top? And it's like you asked them to calculate the square root of -1 or something.
They've been listening to a lot of school lately. What do you expect from these kids?
Exactly. It's distance learning, not doing them any favors.
Right.
I don't know if we can do that. I was like, well,
I love it.
Maybe just charge us $1 for a topping or something. Can you do that? Because you've got a glass jar right there full of crushed up Heath bar. Could you just sprinkle some on the cake? Then he's like, yeah, you know what? Don't even worry about it. So they start ringing it up and they say, okay, that's $33. And he's like, whoa, $33 for a little small ice cream cake? And I said, just out of curiosity, how much is the large? Which is about twice the size.
Yeah.
How much is the large? She says, $39. Like, wait. So wait, for $6, we could just get the large? Because we can freeze whatever we don't eat. We were just thinking, let's only get as much as we need.
You're right.
And he's like, yeah, I'm taking this one back. Well, I've already rung the credit card, and it's almost like you could see the confusion happening again.
Yeah, smoke coming out of their ears.
So he goes back to the freezer to get the large cake. I'm sitting there just kind of watching this happen, like two teenage girls looking at every button on their digital cash register to try and figure out what to do. I'm like,
Lord.
could you just void the first order, or do a refund or a return, or something like that? No, they did not already put the Heath bar on already. That would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
And so finally, one of them says, could you just give us $6 or we'll just let you take the large cake? Like, thank you for thinking outside the box.
Wow.
Here's a 10. Keep the rest as your tip. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Wow. They really nailed it. So
Yes.
I love an ice cream
we
cake.
get that thing back to their house, and we leave it out for 10 minutes. It says, oh, keep it out for 10 to 15 minutes to let it thaw so you can cut into it. We do that, and it's just still hard as a rock. So Crazy Neighbor still has his blowtorch out. He takes his cake knife, or just basically a really long knife, and just gets that thing super duper hot.
There's video of this, by the way.
Yes, it's on my Twitter if you want to see it.
Yep.
And then drops it into the cake, and you'd like expect, okay, yeah, it'll just like sink right into the cake, cut it up beautifully. That thing is so hot, the frosting starts boiling on top of the cake as this thing goes in. There's steam coming out. It's like there's sizzling. It's fantastic.
That's great. Yeah, I love it. It's like like a TikTok I would follow.
I know. If only there was somebody dancing to a Cardi B song.
Yeah. You have a little background going. That's fantastic. So that seems like totally a Dave thing to do, by the way. Everything you
absolutely described. A Dave thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And did it work? I mean, it worked. It didn't ruin anything, right? The ice cream was
No,
fine.
it worked beautifully. Like we basically still got the cake while the ice cream was nice and frozen on there. Like if you wait too long on those ice cream cakes, it starts getting too mushy and gets unpleasant. But this was like, oh, perfect. The cake is still cakey. The ice cream is still firm. This is perfect.
I want this so bad. This sounds great. I would eat everything you've described. Just so you know. Everything you talked about.
The steaks are great, and the ice cream cake was great.
Yeah, I'd have
Steaks
no
and
problem.
cakes.
I would wreck all of those things that you've talked about. Well, that's great. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Whose birthday was it again? Hers or his?
Mrs. Crazy Neighbor.
Oh, all right.
Yep.
Did she play any yacht rock while she was there? Any of that?
She didn't. I don't know why we didn't play some yacht rock for her to dance to in the kitchen.
What are you guys thinking? I mean, come on.
Exactly.
Terrible.
Listen,
husband.
Rainbow Bright, we don't have a Carvel anywhere near here, or else I would have gotten a Fudgy. Okay.
I don't know what a Carvel is. It's that bald
Carvel
guy.
is an ice cream store that's famous for having an ice cream cake in the shape of a whale named Fudgy. I think it's Fudgy the Whale,
Fudgy
right?
the Whale. Okay. Did he? It's not owned by the guy that helped Clinton get elected, James Carville.
Oh, that's right. It's Cookie Puss. Cookie Puss is the. They're both of them actually. Fudgy the Whale and Cookie Puss are the two. Are the two signature Carvel cakes. And Cookie Puss is the best one. How could I forget Cookie Puss?
I've never even heard of this. This is all new. I want.
Oh, I gotta send you a photo of Cookie Puss.
I'm searching it now. There's
is-
Cookie Puss. Oh, I don't think I like his nose. No, sir, I don't.
Right?
I'm just gonna say the nose is problematic. I don't think
It's a it's a little
it's phallic. It's a big ding dong phallic nose. Okay, so Cookie Puss, that makes sense. Puss is your face,
Yes.
right, and all that.
right.
It's like the 1920s in here. All right, let's take a look at him. All right, he looks good. Now, so the other one's Fudgy the Whale. Is that the other one?
Fudgy the Whale, yeah.
Fudgy the. Okay, let's see what he looks like. Oh, okay, he's lovely. So you can put any message you want on there.
Exactly, yes.
What's
12 to 14 people. Yeah, we don't have a Carvel near us.
I've never even heard.
I don't
of
even know
this.
if there's one in the state of Colorado.
Yeah, there's not one here for sure. Okay, well now I know a new thing I wish was here. That's great. Well, Brian, this has been good information, but now we must do this. So stand by.
Good morning, everybody. In the news this morning, good morning.
Good morning. It is time for the news, and it is brought to you by.
It's brought to you by Scott. Play the clip.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Here it is.
Fan.
Service!
Over the summer, I launched a website dedicated to personal finance, mental health, and the technology trends that impact both. Not me, but this person. I think your listeners may find some of the topics interesting. The website is thesensiblemerchant.com, and I'm on Instagram at thesensiblemerchant, all one word. The Sensible Merchant.
By the way, semi-famous person sending that in. It is the person who originally sent this.
This show
That's not it. That's Todd. Where is it? Did I lose it? Oh.
I don't like
really?
I believe that's Kevin in Ann Arbor, I believe.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Unless I've got that wrong, Kevin, or anyone who I've just besmirched. Tell me if I got that wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's you. Anyway.
Very cool.
Easily the most... okay, so in TMS's 10 years almost, we have had a lot of memes and meme-worthy content. Pretty sure the bees thing's the biggest one. If I had to... I love the show, though. Is damn close.
Yeah.
But big gains made lately, I guess, in the last year or so with the bees. So,
I think so. Yeah, I don't like bees because everybody quotes it for show titles. Like, I don't like bees as a.
And I get it all over the place. People on Twitter, I'll say something like, I skinned my knee, and someone will say, I don't like knees. Like, it's just a constant. Anything that rhymes with E, and everybody's doing it. So, I don't know. We should have a battle. We should have our own little battle royale of TMS memes and see what wins.
TMS memes?
Yeah. Because I don't know. Like, Scooters was a big one in the beginning.
I can definitely see why you like it is a good one. The
phasers
love the
is
show,
big.
though.
Yeah, fish sandwich. That guy's up there in the running.
Fish sandwich. Beep. Ah! That guy.
That guy. Never forget that guy.
Don't have a name for him. Horn scream. Horn yell.
Stoic Squirrel says he or she has never heard of the bees thing. Really?
Oh, come on, Stoic Squirrel.
Really?
You totally have.
We do it every day. All right, let's get to the news. Jeffrey Epstein, remember him?
Yes.
Grand poobah of all
Not
pervy.
a fan. Not a fan.
Oh, not a fan. Okay, sure, DJ.
I was totally never his friend. Never visited his house.
Yeah.
I'm sure he had a lovely house. Yeah. Never went to it. Never had any pictures taken with me and him. Photoshop.
Except hundreds of them. But yeah. Jeffrey Epstein's $22 million Palm Beach mansion will be demolished. Who knows what gnarly shit went on in there.
Nuke it from space.
That's what I say.
Just to be sure.
$22 million, this place, owned by a financier and convicted sex offender, now dead, Jeffrey Epstein, will be demolished to make way for an even more expensive home, according to the developer who is buying it. The 6-bedroom, 14,000 square foot waterfront home with a staff house and a pool house was previously owned by Epstein, who died in prison after being arrested on federal charges of allegedly running a sex trafficking enterprise between his Manhattan home and his Palm Beach estate. There's no allegedly. He was convicted.
Right.
You don't say that anymore. Once the conviction happens, you don't say it's alleged anymore. He was convicted of it, you dumbasses.
Thought he was, yeah. Unless, was he actually convicted or was he awaiting trial?
I thought he was done. Do I have that wrong?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
he still has a chance to get it up. We got like a month and a half to pardon him, so let's see how that goes.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Right.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, that's
a posthumous pardoning.
Let's say you're
Jeffrey
offered a beautiful $22 million home.
Yeah.
But it's that one.
Yeah. If you got the money, you tear it down and you start over, right? If you've got the cash.
Yeah. Exactly.
I would. Ugh. Just think about it. It's like being in a murder home. It
totally is. It's just as bad, really.
My mother-in-law bought a house that they didn't know it. No one told them, and I don't know what the laws are here, whether you have to inform them or not. Mm-hmm. But somebody committed like some horrific suicide in this house.
Oh God!
And we didn't know. They didn't know when they bought it. And they got a killer deal on it. They weren't sure why. And
choice of words.
Yeah, that's a terrible choice of words. But there was this one spot in the basement where this horrible suicide thing happened, and it was a multiple suicide because somebody found the person who had killed themselves and then killed themselves and as a result. So it was this really gnarly thing. I think I have all that right. Anyway, when they found out, they were so pissed. And I said, well, if you hadn't ever been told, would it have been a problem? And the answer is probably not.
No, it never would have been a problem, right?
I mean, if you don't know. Ghosts aren't real, by the way. Ghosts don't exist. I mean, as much
I don't
as
care what those ghost hunter people tell you.
They don't. I'm sorry, they just don't. Now, if you know about a thing, your monkey brain kicks in and you go, the room where the death happened, and you freak out. Mm-hmm. But if you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. Right.
Yes, yeah, that's gnarly. It's totally gnarly.
They moved.
I don't want to know. I just don't want to know.
Once they found out, they were out of there. They moved. So. Anyway, let's see. The home was put on the market by Judy and Corcoran. I don't know the Corcoran.
It was put on the market in July.
Oh, why did I say Judy? Shit.
Yes. And Corcoran agent Kelly Warwick.
We're confirmed it's currently on contract to purchase. I don't know why I saw Judy. Judy. That's really weird. The buyer is Todd Michael Glazier, a Florida-based developer who specializes in multi-million-dollar teardowns. Glazier said the demolition isn't in particular response to Epstein's ownership. Quote, "We would have knocked it down either way," he said.
Okay.
Really? Sure. $22 million mansions? Really? Is that a thing people do?
I just like to have my own $22 million mansion. I don't want to have somebody else's $22 million mansion. By the way, also, were you thinking it was like at first? Were you thinking Paul Michael Glazer? Wait, what?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
it's tall. It's Todd. Michael.
It's Todd Michael Glazer.
Yeah. You know Todd. Todd will give you a little bit of this sometimes. Hold on. I had it right here. Where'd it go?
It's Tubbs, right? Paul Michael
this
Glazer.
show is so gay.
That's the Todd I think.
That's Todd.
Let's see.
Paul Michael Glazer was Tubbs, right? Am I thinking of somebody else?
No, that's Paul. Hold on.
I know.
Thomas. Oh! What? Crockett and Tubbs. What was his name?
Oh, Starsky and Hutch. Paul Michael Glazer was Starsky.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting my pair mixed up.
Right. Philip Michael Thomas is the other guy. But three names. Yeah. It's an understandable thing you just did.
Philip Michael Thomas.
Brian, I said Judy where July is, so don't feel bad about
exactly.
that.
We were all, we're all at fault here.
Yeah, we've all got problems. All right. Speaking of Florida and Florida men, let's get to this story. A Florida man invented a robot that inserts and removes your contact lenses for you. You have contacts, right?
I do. I have one.
Oh, that's right. You have that thing that you do.
Just in here, and then this is just fine. This eye.
Oh, I kind of hate you for it. Let me ask you this: do they send? Yeah. I probably asked you this before. Do they send them as single ones, or do you have to get pairs and just throw one away? How does it work?
No. They send them as single ones. Like you can get the boxes I get are all just Left Eye Lopez brand contact lenses.
Oh, great. Well, don't go chasing waterfalls, Brian.
That's how you have to clean them in a waterfall.
So, sorry, you just made me think of people who wash their contacts with their mouth. I hate
with
those.
their mouths, put them in their mouth and
then
put them in their eye.
I know so many people. I used to work for the guy that owes me $89,000 never paid me. That guy. He used to do that.
He was a mouth.
Yeah, right in the middle
lens.
of a meeting, he'd go, "Oh, hold on a second, I got something in here," and he'd pop it out, look at it, put it in his mouth, and go, and then take it out again and pop it back in his eye. Freaking so gross.
I don't care how badly it would affect my eyesight. It's like, oh, my contact lens is really dry. I got to take it out. I'm like, I guess I'm just going to live without it for the rest of the day until I put a new one in. It's not going to be.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand, like, if you're in a true pinch, like, I don't know, you're visiting the queen, and she's round in the corner, and you're like, oh, shit, I can't see it, I'm going to be blinking at her. I got to do something, and my only option is lick it clean. Okay, fine. Maybe you can convince me.
Yeah, then it gets stuck to your finger. You can't find it. Oh my God, I can't find it now. And then you reach to take her hand, kiss the ring or whatever you do with the queen. Bow,
Later,
curtsy.
she's like, Philip, what is this dried disc on my hand? Philip.
It's like a light blue raisin stuck to my finger.
Philip, would you remove it for me, Philip?
Is this a tiny condom?
What is?
Is this a prophylactic?
Philip, I don't want any more of your advances. I've told you this, Philip.
Yeah. I don't think I could ever do it. Anyway, but that's not the point. This thing is a robot that will put yours in for you. So Brian would sit in front of you with your one contact and go boop, while you sat there and take it. Would you trust this robot?
I don't know. I mean, I guess here I'd have to look at the robot first. But if the robot holds my head steady and then pries my eyelid open like Clockwork Orange and then puts the lens in there, I think I'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
But if it's like I know this isn't great for the audio only folks, but I'm gesturing my finger moving in like Michael Winslow-esque robotic.
See, that's what I picture, and that's why I wouldn't trust it. But it's also this guy made it. It's not like some big fancy medical company made it. So that's the other reason I probably wouldn't trust it. But this guy named Craig Hershoff, that's a German.
That's a great photo of the dude.
Oh, is there a photo? I didn't even see this photo.
It's like,
take a look.
What are you doing in here? Why are you taking my picture?
Oh, yeah, look at that. When you get out of my office. Who do you think you are in here? Oh, yeah, he's crusty.
Yeah.
He looks like a, listen, mister, we don't want no trouble. He's just got kind of he's in the saloon and didn't want any of this fight kind of face on him. Anyway, he says he struggled with his eyesight for years, was diagnosed with various problems. I don't know why that matters, but anyway, he got corneal transplants 10 years ago. And so he struggled with this stuff on and off. He's been using contact lenses called scleral lenses, which helps him enormously. However, when his wife passed away, he went through a period of anxiety, which his hands would begin to shake while inserting and removing the contact lenses. This is when the light bulb went off. Bing! What happens in a few years when I have a tremor and I can't get these lenses in? I need them to see, and I don't have anyone around me to help me. So he built a contact lens insertion and removal apparatus. Is there a photo of this thing?
Yes, and enjoy. I'm going to put a link in the chat, I put one in the chat room. I'm also going to put it in our Discord.
Let's see.
The 15 reasons I would never do this are all found on this home page.
Oh my God, I can't wait to see this. Okay.
If you are optometrist, just click at the button.
Just click at the button?
Just click at the button. If you are optometrist,
just click at the button.
Made by lens wearers for lens.
Oh my gosh, dude. What is wrong with this website? Made by lens wearers for lens wearers. Easily insert and remove your contact lenses in under a minute. Is this the thing?
Inserting and removing your contact lenses are two different tasks.
What? The giant caps all bold.
Yeah, it's not really as much a robot as it's a little device that like
So
sucks
this is the guy? How do we know this is the guy's thing?
It's the link provided from CNN.
Oh. Well,
This is CLIARA, C-L-I-A-R-A, is an acronym for Contact Lens Insertion and Removal Apparatus.
It doesn't look like what I thought it would be. I pictured it like,
like
Johnny
Robbie the
number
Robot.
5. Yeah. Now do not move eye. Do not move eye. It must survive. Do not disassemble.
Which one looks better, A or B?
Warning.
A or B?
Warning. I have jammed this in your nostril. Warning.
Yes.
Hold on. Let's play this video here. I don't know if I'll have audio or not. Let me see. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, so here's a video.
I had a lot of trouble getting my lens out, as you can see, and it kind of upset me.
That's the video? That's the whole video.
That's it?
Are you kidding?
Oh my God! Do you see her yanking on her eyeball with that
look
blue
at that.
suction cup?
And it kind of upset me.
Okay, but that doesn't. That just says she's.
I think that's just to demonstrate that she has that problem, not.
But her apparatus looks like the other one.
Kind of does.
What's the difference? Oh my Lord, that was hard to watch. Twice.
Yeah, her yanking. Oh, here we go. There's a better video on the how to use it page.
Okay. These people need to be contacted about their webpage.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. How to use it. Okay. Let's give this a shot.
Let's see.
Hi, this is Dr. Jennifer Shea. Today I am going to show you.
If you go to a minute
the latest
15 or
CLIARA
go to like a
Shield
minute
contact
10,
insertion
you start getting some action.
to the suction cup. Look down at the mirror. Place a suction cup toward the outer edge of the contact lens.
Okay. Oh jeez. Oh gosh. Ugh.
Now the lens has been removed.
You just want to put a.
Hi, this is Dr. Jennifer Shea.
So
Today I am
the
going to show
concept
you how
there
to use the
seems
latest
sound though.
CLIARA
The idea that
Shield.
you're gonna do.
Yeah.
What's the word? Just a
Oh
more
my gosh, lady,
control, right?
Pull the bangs out of your eyes, out from in front of your eyes before you put that contact lens on.
Yeah, I agree.
At 2 minutes, she puts a new lens in. 2 minutes and 10 seconds. It's using the other side of the apparatus.
Man, the wording on this site.
Yeah.
If you look in giant bold headline, if you take a look at Chio, you'll notice that one end of the applicator is different from the other. Whoa, what?
What? You don't say.
That's fantastic. All right. Well, we got more out of that story than I thought we would. That was great. All right. A woman in the news. We got a woman to deal with. Boy, these women. You just never know,
Yeah,
right?
women.
Oh, man. My wife would punch me if she was standing here. All right. Woman, just one woman. She demanded a Chick-fil-A or free Chick-fil-A food after claiming she was an FBI agent, and so she got arrested.
Special Agent Karen.
Yeah. Karen reporting for duty. Authorities arrested a woman in Dallas, Georgia, after she allegedly tried to convince restaurant workers that she was an FBI agent and should get free food as a result. Even when police officers arrived, the woman apparently continued to claim she was a federal agent. Kimberly George Ragsdale attempted to get free food from a Chick-fil-A by pretending to be this agent. Employees were apparently not convinced and called 911 to report the woman. According to the news outlet, this is not the first time Ragsdale's attempted to get free food and has threatened to arrest employees when they don't provide said food. When officers arrived, Ragsdale reportedly continued to claim she was an agent. She allegedly told officers she had no identification because her credentials were electronic only. Oh, that old trick.
Oh, I've got a picture of my badge right here in my photos library. Hold on, here it is.
Yep, here it is. Check it out.
Now give me a free chicken sandwich.
Can I get
and waffle fries, please?
Yes. That sounds good right now.
It kind of does.
Kind of does.
Actually, I have to go to FedEx this around lunchtime, so I think I might go there.
Oh, speaking of shipping things and things costing money and stuff, I've been doing eBay a little bit because I got a bunch of eBay crap to get rid of. And I haven't used eBay in years and years and years. Selling, I mean. I just haven't done it. So a lot has changed, and they've updated a lot of the way they do things, and it's fine. It's all good. And I've already sold 2 items. But, like, for example, one of them, I have a Battle for Azeroth unwrapped collector's edition that I'm going to give away, or that I'm going to sell.
You mean wrapped?
Wrapped. new in the box, wrapped, never been out of the plastic,
Yes.
and I'm selling that
Cool.
for whatever I can get, and then using that for a local charity here. So I'm just thinking of some cool
that's
ideas
awesome.
to do with some
Look
old
at you.
stuff, right? Well, I mean, you do what you and plus I'm de-junking, which is the main
Yes.
reason.
Yes.
So what I didn't know is they had this new feature where people can. It's a little bit like buy now, where they can just you have a buy now price and people just buy you out.
Yeah.
Like a World of Warcraft auction actually does. It's a lot like that, except now they have a thing where you can make an offer at any time of any amount above your lowest set starting price, and then it's up to me to either accept or deny the offer. So somebody could say, well, I'll give you 120 for that. It's like being at a garage sale, and I can either just deny that outright or accept it. Now, that's fine and everything, but a lot of people use that newish feature to scam you. So then the messages will say, I'm very interested in this. Here's my offer, but I need you to contact me directly and probably do this just through our PayPal accounts and not use eBay because we need to save on the, like that kind of garbage.
Yeah.
So it's all bull crap, of course.
Slimy. Yeah.
But I'm surprised how much there is. There's so much of that. Like
it's like a thing where if it works once, it makes it worth it to do it 10 times, right? Like you make enough money doing it once to make it worthwhile.
Yeah. So the answer is obviously do it all in the app. That's the point. The app insures you, and you have the two transactions I did do.
I'd rather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm fine accepting these offers. I did it twice. I sold a Steam controller and a Wi-Fi router, both for what I wanted for the offers. They were good enough, and I sealed the deal, sent them the tracking number. We're done. Nothing outside of the app. So when people say, I'd really like to use PayPal, I'm like, it uses PayPal. That's the point of the system.
Use PayPal, make your bid here.
Yeah.
And go through the PayPal interface that this goes through.
Yeah, that you're here, you're logged in, you have an account, use the thing, you dumbass.
Exactly.
Annoys me. Anyway, back to life, back to reality. Where are we here? Oh, Ragsdale. She's in handcuffs. She pretended to talk to a supposed radio in her shirt. So this lady went, there's a problem here. I'm being arrested by these local police people. I can't believe she did that. She talked to a fake microphone in her shirt.
I love it. These people are not giving me a chicken sandwich. Over.
The police are here. Will someone higher up please let the local PD know that? Come on.
Got a $4.90 in progress. I really want nuggets and a wrap.
Yeah. It's all bullcrap. So well done, lady. You didn't get away with it. Anyway, so there's that story. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to spend some time with Justin Robert Young. I have an email to start us off that I'm pretty interested in reading to him.
Good.
So that's all coming up after this. 1 week after the U.S. election started. We're still not quite where we thought we'd be by now. But anyway, that'll all come up here in a second. Before that, though, a song from Brian. Brian, what do you have?
Well, we're going to go to some electronic. I haven't played electronic music in a while, and this is a great one. This is a guy who goes by the name Maps. His real name is James Chapman, and he's got a brand new track that he's releasing today ahead of an EP that he's going to be releasing next month. This song is called Sleep Today. It was recorded at his home studio in Northamptonshire, England, during the making of his most recent album, Colors Reflect Time Loss. This is coming from ahead of his EP next month. Here is Maps with Sleep Today.
All right. Stay tuned, everybody. We'll be right back.
The bark beetle carries the worm to its nest, where it will feed its young for up to 6 months. In the spring, the larvae hatch, and the cycle begins again.
The Skype seems glitchy.
The Morning Stream, now gluten-free.
All right, we have returned from our musical break. And I like it when you bring electronic music.
What a great song.
It is such a cool song. I don't know if I've ever heard a cooler song. But now that we can't play this stuff live on video and we have to put it in post, I still go listen to them because you will once in a while insert some song where I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is my jam for the next 6 months. I'll just listen to nothing but this. And I'm sure today might be that day because I like electronic music.
For sure. Yeah, this is really, really good stuff. And I put a link in the chat room to folks to listen to it in whatever their choice of thing is after the show.
Yeah,
YouTube,
after the show,
Apple
guys.
Music, Google Play, whatever. After the show.
Get your poop together and then put your hands together for our next guest, which I'll introduce after I play this thing.
These are their stories.
Oh, I'm terrible with names.
Welcome to the program, Tuesday's own Justin Robert Young from the PX3 podcast and many other great projects. Justin, welcome back. How are you?
Well, hello. How are you?
I'm good. We're a week later since all the stuff happened, and they're still sort of happening.
They are, aren't they, boy?
Boy,
the everlasting gobstopper of elections. Yeah. Although, not yet even close to as far as we got with Bush v. Gore. So
right. This isn't a hanging Chad situation. This is we lost the game. Could we just add some extra innings?
This is a hanging Trump situation.
So it's like, this was a close election. Depending on where these final vote counts shake out, you could probably make a slightly narrower victory path for like Trump losing to Biden than Clinton losing to Trump, which was like, I think somewhere around the 100,000 vote mark across 3 states or something like that. There's going to be recounts, but look, this was an odd election. We had more mail-in ballots than in states that don't normally do that volume of mail-in ballots. So let's see it play out. But yeah, it is. It's long, but I think we have our winner.
Well, I think something in all of this happened that this happens a lot where something weird will happen in politics, and I just think of you. I'm going to get to that in a second and tell you what it is. But first, I want to read this email from listener Jeff Sire, who wrote in and said, Scott, Brian, and Jury. So this is for you. Listening to yesterday's show, and this is obviously the most important issue of the day, so we want to get to this. Listening to yesterday's show while my mind was wandering, Scott mentioned his new governor-elect, Spencer Cox. Of course, Scott used this opportunity to say the name Cox several times. I thought back to a conversation last week where Jury mentioned how mystified he was that Scott frequently sends him pictures of mayonnaise. It occurs to me an easy solution to this for Jury is this. Given Scott's fixation with male genitalia and his knowledge of every movie that has ever shown full frontal male nudity, Jury could send him a picture of the male genitals that Scott is so fascinated with each time he receives a mayonnaise picture. I think
that's a great idea.
It really is. I don't know if you fine gentlemen are familiar with the deep, dark corners of the internet that act as the repository for this type of material, but I can assure you this pit is bottomless. Ha ha ha. See what I did there, he says in parentheses. I would even hazard to guess that there are more pictures online of genitals than there are of mayonnaise. And even if Jury does not want to go to that wretched hive of scum and villainy, I believe Jury is never more than an arm's length away from a photo op. I would imagine the Mayo pics would at least show Jury, slow down Jury if he ever responded to each one with his John Thomas. Now, I know Scott has read the first part of this email, clutching his pearls and denying this fixation. I've not denied a thing. Not yet. This is claiming that the movie Watchmen can never be discussed without Scott mentioning Blue Man Wiener, for example. The only reason why Scott can even attempt to deny this is that he records his podcast, because if he listens to his own podcast, he would see how futile his denials are. Unless, dost thou protest too much? ? Jeff Sire. Okay. What do you make of that? What do you think of the exchange? A mayonnaise photo for you? Jury's junk for me. What do you think?
Yeah.
Fair exchange?
I think that there is a fundamental misunderstanding that this fine author is experiencing, because when I am shocked and appalled that Scott has found another video or picture of mayonnaise consumption or display, it is not for my delicate sensibilities that I am claiming to be shocked by. Rather, no, it is a profound sadness that somebody else would feel the need to continue to find these pictures and videos. And it is a curious wondering of what kind of lifestyle would lead to somebody accidentally coming upon such a steady stream of these. So, while I certainly have to award points for creativity, and I don't doubt that there are indeed the internet itself might be built upon a foundation of thatched dicks. I will not be engaging in this kind of dick for tat scheme.
Oh, well said.
Wow. Yeah,
Rebuttal, Johnson.
Yeah, I don't have one.
The floor is yours.
The debate won is what I'm saying. Check all the news channels, but I think jury won that debate. All right, well, Jeff, we appreciate your feedback there, and if anyone else has any thoughts,
it certainly is curious. I mean, but also, joking about dicks on the internet, like that's kind of what this whole thing was built for, right? It was like, DARPA and as soon as the nerds were there, what else they gonna talk about? Monty Python and penises.
Yeah, that's it. It is, whether or not its main use is that, it sure is well suited to the task. Let's put it that way. Yeah,
right.
I agree with that. All right, back to the thing. This is what I was going to tell you. When that
sure,
when the Four Seasons total landscaping thing happened, which sounds like a Wes Anderson movie, which I tweeted about yesterday. When that happened and that whole thing sort of started to unfold, and since then finding out that one of the people there they claim saw irregularities as a registered sex offender who doesn't even live in Philadelphia, like all this kind of stuff was going on. Whenever this stuff happens, I think of you. Is that wrong? Because I just think, oh, Justin will love this thing. What a freak show that was. What a weird deal. Did they think they were going to a hotel? Did somebody screw up in the process? Are they now going to double down that, these are good, hardworking Americans, so that's why we're here in their backyard in the weird freaking parking lot with sex store on this side and a crematorium across the street, and like all of these visuals and stuff. And all I could think of was, this is like packaged and printed and sent to Justin on a platter. Sort of
That's
thing.
Really funny because all I thought of was you.
Can we both agree that we all appreciate this?
No, mostly because this is one of those random, like, Sean Spicer, Scaramucci, Taco Bowl, like one of these,
Covfefe.
like, Covfefe, like Trump era stories, for which, like, for me, tend to burn hot and bright and fast. Like, there's been so many of them that, like, I have a hard time saying, like, oh no, this is clearly the one that will stand the test of time and won't get boring because people will just repeat it over and over and over again. What I thought of you about, Scott, was just, man, are you going to miss this guy?
No,
you are going to miss him so much because and so many people on Twitter, they're going to miss this man so desperately because this is the last one, right? This might, or at least, like, you have to understand that this might be the last one.
Sure.
That we are clinging. This is going so much longer than it would during the middle of the term.
Nobody,
and I don't blame you. Find your last kisses on this your summer abroad. You'll never see this person again. But I say hold on to those last dregs of romance.
There's no chance. Nobody in this stream right now fully believes that even come mid-January, we've seen the last of Donald Trump. He's going to be as much a thorn in the side and a constant fixture as he was during the Obama administration. So,
but even then, it was more of a sideshow.
Yeah. Right. We can
now it was. Now it's been the main event, and it's main event fuel that has led to this level of obsession, and if anything beyond that, like, beyond any kind of judgment on people who focus on this kind of stuff, it is collective connection.
Yeah,
we can all understand, oh, this is funny, they totally screwed up, they thought they were gonna book the Four Seasons hotel. Instead, they had to book this weird shanty off the, with a stone's throw away from New Jersey or some shit. Like that is funny. It is very
straight
funny.
out of it is straight out of
the same way that him ambient tweeting Kofefe is funny. In the same way that Sean Spicer yelling at people and saying that 4 people in a field is 50,000 people in a field is funny. It is the gang that can't shoot straight. And the question now is, as they run out of bullets, will you ever find love again, Scott?
I mean, I'll find a way to fill that hole. I will. I think it'll be, I don't know what it'll be. Some other, hopefully some additional productivity. I'll exchange for me paying any attention to this sort of stupid stuff, because how dumb was that? It was so dumb. And it was funny. Like, my favorite thing about it was, some dude, and I don't even know what the game, it's not even a game. It's like there's a VR software that lets you create your own maps and your own worlds, and then you can all dress up like monkeys or donkeys or dinosaurs or whatever you want, and just mill around. It's a social
the
thing.
VR, yeah.
I don't even know what it's called, but it's I haven't used it. But anyway, somebody went and
was it VR chat, or was it another?
It might be VR chat.
That's kind of like VR.
It's
chat,
like that. There's that Rec Room game thing, which is similar. But anyway, there's stuff like that. Some guy went and took 5.5 hours to do this. He went and meticulously, brick by brick, texture by texture, recreated the entirety of that backlot. And then brought all his friends in there. And there's a video floating around of him sort of showing it to like 50 people who are all just losing their minds because of how accurate it is. He's got a hose on the wall, which is exactly where the hose was. And the brick is the exact texture. And all the, Trump Pence signs are exactly right where it is. There's a podium. There's stuff in the window that you can't see in the news footage. But he went ahead and filled that building full of lawnmowers and rakes and hose and stuff. It's amazing. Like, I love when that stuff blows out like that. And that's where I thought, oh, this will tickle jury, because you're all into not to borrow a phrase from Schwood, but you guys like to hack the system. You like to make something go number 1 on iTunes when it probably had no right to be there, that sort of thing. And I thought maybe you guys would like, or you in particular would just really like this idea of like, oh man, this thing.
No. It's funny. It's just, it was a good chuckle. It was a good, when it happened on Saturday, I was like, wow, look at that. They screwed up yet again. Wow, are they really bad at organizing? Yeah. They are like, and if there is an element of serious kind of commentary there, what you're watching is the devolution of presidential power in real time. You will notice that more and more the people that are going to appear at these press conferences, the people that are going to be here for all these moments, they're going to start looking more and more like the beginning of the Trump experience. Like,
right.
It is very much a, like, from the beginning it peaks and then it kind of comes down. Mitch McConnell's not trucking his ass out to Philadelphia to talk about recounting the votes, right? Like, there are no large power brokers that are going to come there. It's Corey Lewandowski and it's Rudy Giuliani and these people that are kind of ride or die with him as friends, because what you are seeing is first the opportunists go, then the loyalists go, and then eventually the fans. So it's like the fact that at the height of their power, they could barely get anything together. It should shock nobody that now, as they are waning, they have less of an ability. But I do have to admit, you're absolutely right, Scott, that I was fascinated by it, but I've been far more fascinated by the reaction, because I do think that there's a wistful nature to this, that people, this has been the basis of political commentary for 4 years, 4 years worth of patterns, 4 years worth of reactions, 4 years worth of friends that you've made connecting with each other by sharing these kinds of things, knowing that you could share a meme and it would immediately get 20 likes. Like, that there was an element there, and it does on some levels feel like the last days of disco.
Yeah, there is a feeling of that, but I'm not going to miss
not
it.
having this. Yeah, I'm okay with the trade-off of not having the madness in trade-off for the comedy and the camaraderie that we've gotten over the last 4 years. I feel like we'll still get that some other way, but I'm okay.
Hey,
I'm
and
okay with this.
I know you're saying that, but boy, are people sticking on this 4 seasons lawn maintenance thing. Like, if people were really excited to move on, guess what wouldn't be still like the number one topic that Scott wants to talk to me about? Like, it would have just been, these guys, look at them. They keep screwing up. They can't help it. And then that would have been it. But no, it's we got to keep doing it. So it's like, I agree. I think that, like, certainly there is room for that, but at the same time, don't protest too much.
Do you think this all this bluster toward the end here gives them runway for him starting a news network or buying out Aonon or whatever their names? What are they called? AON?
One
AOL.
Whatever they're called.
That he's gonna start sending out discs with 15 free hours.
CDs in nice tin cases.
Yeah, that wouldn't be surprising.
One national news or one news network or what is it?
Yeah,
One American News Network.
One American News Network. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
No, I mean, the book on Trump has been he doesn't like to lay out money. So, like, when everybody talks about, like, starting a news network from scratch or buying a news network, unless somebody wanted to buy it and put his name on it, that would be the only way that I could see it. I think Donald Trump is going to be a player in politics. I think he is going to be a kingmaker in the Republican Party. At the end of the day, the person who got the second most presidential votes in American history is Donald Trump. And he did it in a losing effort to Joe Biden, who got the most. So I think that his coalition of low propensity voters is going to be around. But I never really bought the idea that, like, the news network thing was, like, real. I think he'll be on every news network because that's what he likes to do. We'll see exactly how much the media wants to, who will welcome him back first, because right now we are in a very, like, we need to keep Trump at arm's length phase. I think that eventually there will be somebody that wants to do the big sit down interview with Donald Trump.
It'll be Hannity. It'll be Hannity. That's who'll do it.
Well, no, I mean more. Yeah, okay. Well, Hannity will happen tomorrow and every day from now until eternity, right?
Yeah.
Hannity will build a bridge to Valhalla in Trump interviews. But I mean, ABC, NBC, blah 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 blah.
Right.
Or CNN or.
And they'll gladly bring him on because that's the game and that's how it'll go. Like, it doesn't. Nobody's going to go, well, I don't know if we can have, like, yesterday I couldn't believe Fox cut away from the White House press briefing and actually said the words, "We can't in good conscience continue showing that because they're just feeding misinformation today and we just can't do it." And they pulled away and I'm like, my gosh, freaking Fox News. So he remembers stuff like that and does grudges about stuff like that. He fired his freaking.
Well, I mean, yeah, he remembers and he has grudges and he likes the spotlight.
Yeah.
So
it's mainly that third thing.
He'll be mad and he'll yell at you about your decision on your own news network. That's his move.
Well, I can't wait for an eternity of that. Anyway,
no, come on. That means everlasting joy.
No, I don't.
You have such joy. Look at the smile. The smile on your face when you talked about it is like it's like a child on Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, look. Part of me believes
maybe that's the problem though. I can't say it out loud, otherwise, because that's the game. That's the fun part.
I get
the
what
fun
you're saying.
part is hating it.
I get what you're saying, but I'm actually gonna. I like to. I'm trying to think more before I say things, and thinking about what you're saying. There's probably a little something. I think there's something to what you're saying. Like I'd argue that I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy the feeling of. I don't like it. But when it's gone or it's no longer what I would perceive as a clear and present irritation in my life and only a sideshow again, potentially, will I miss it? No, but I don't know. There is this thing of like, I had a really strong convictions about how awful I think he is. And I don't have that now. I have a lot of misgivings about a lot of people, including Biden in a couple of cases, but like I don't have that level that I had with Trump. So now I'm going to look at a world where the guy I had all the misgivings with no longer has that power. And so, where do I put that stuff? Maybe I don't put it anywhere. Maybe I just sit on it. I don't know. It's weird. You're making me think, and I don't like to think. I like to just be done.
I mean, like I do think that part of what we are going to go through as a nation is understanding, well, what is politics now? A lot of people that weren't really into politics got into politics through 2015 and 2016 and then the Trump administration. A lot of people that this is kind of their first go around. Like, does that just go away? Possibly. Yeah. History would indicate probably. But then again, we're in a very weird media environment where like movies don't exist. They used to just be less popular. Now they just literally don't exist. Like music is far less important than it used to be. Television is more important, right? We can now connect on television probably on a larger level. By the way, everybody check out the Auntie Donna show on Netflix tonight at midnight. Our friends from Night Attack have their own Netflix show, and it's
cool.
It's going to be hilarious.
That's great.
But other than that, politics is just kind of this cultural zeitgeist, and we have had the stakes ratcheted up so high that I think we'll probably have another phase. Now, exactly what that phase is, where people turn their eyes, where people turn their critical gaze is anybody's guess. I've got a few hunches, but I think what is never going to happen, possibly in my lifetime, is what happened over the last 4 years. Like that cultural element, because it wouldn't have been the same even if Trump got reelected. That cultural element of, it was like George Bush's dumb jokes made high performance art. And it was like 20% of every, certainly every comedy show, and probably 10% to 5% of every show that you ever watched, right? There was some element of the fame plus the terror plus the division that just made it all encompassing. So when I say, oh, people are going to miss it when it's gone, I don't say that like anybody is deficient or callow or duplicitous in any way. It's the opposite. It's that we're human. It's that we're connecting on these things. Nothing can be that famous and not create both connections and divisions. Everybody either loved Madonna or thought she was a slut who was ruining culture, right? Everybody had an opinion on Michael Jackson. Everybody has an opinion on these like cultural touchstones. And that's what we had in a perfect storm with a bunch of other things, some serious, some deadly serious, and some not. And when it's gone, there's no question there will be a that-shaped hole in culture.
Well, it's going to be interesting couple of months here, month and a half, just to sort of wade through how this all goes. Like, let's get a final thing from you, a prediction on concession. Is there an official one? My guess is no speech and no White House invite and all that other pomp and circumstance. It does not happen no matter what. But do you think there's actually a moment where he concedes either on Twitter or gets up on a mic and says anything? Like, how does that look in your estimation, if you had to just guess?
So there are two elements that you would look out for. A televised speech, a televised concession speech, and then if he will attend the inauguration.
Right.
My hunch, and I don't really have a strong feeling on either of those, but again, I like to kind of play my priors. I think he likes attention. And I think his concession speech might be his announcement that he's running in 24. And in that case, I think he'll make the inauguration a heavyweight fight stare down between him and the guy he'll face in 24. So that would be my guess. Like my knowledge, unless somebody wants to email me stuff that I have yet to see about the fraud allegations. Again, it was a close election, but the amount of things that get turned up, even in the fraud cases that we have seen in the past or recounts, are in the hundreds. He needs thousands, if not tens of thousands in some cases.
Yeah, the Nevada one's down to like 114 votes or something that they're
Really?
making a stink about. It's like
that it's between that
you got to have the margin of error, no matter what you're doing, exists, and so they have to. That's just crazy to me that they're pushing that. I just don't know how you do that. Like 10 of those lawsuits are already come and gone. Like they're not, Republican appointed judges are saying, "Where's your evidence?" They're like, "We don't have any."
Realistically, you need to fight about a place. The seriousness of this on two fronts. Number one, we're not talking about a place yet. Like this isn't Luzerne County, Pennsylvania. This isn't Clark County, Nevada. This isn't Fulton County, Georgia, where, Fulton County, at least they had the State Farm Arena pipe burst thing or whatever. But even then, you need a specific claim. In this place, this thing happened. And I do think there's a time sensitivity to this, that every minute we're talking about broad and not specific is a mile that the Biden train rolls down the tracks. So it's like the idea that this is going to be anything but a Biden victory, I think, is kind of made clear as the same organization that couldn't figure out a better solution than 4 seasons total lawn maintenance is now in charge of trying to figure out how to find a voter fraud, which, I mean, I tend to be more on the side of like buying the idea of voter fraud in general. Like this is beyond this. Like I do think that we sometimes dismiss it a little bit too easily, but at the same time, it's put up or shut up. Like find the thing.
If you have evidence,
talk
then
about
give it.
talk about
Right.
the place in
Right.
here. Who, what, when, where, why? Like that. You need all that, or else, what are we doing here?
Well, they're fomenting distrust and having people freak out and show up in weird places and fight and say it's basically there's only one tactic here. There's two tactics. One is if you have the evidence, you present it. They don't have it, they're not doing it, they're not presenting it. If they did, they would have. So instead, they're just riling up everybody in their base and beefing up the conspiracy so that it just gets deeper and deeper and deeper. And then there's no evidentiary reason to do anything with evidence. Like it's just that's why I hate this stuff. It isn't. I would love it if somebody had some evidence. Bring it on. Let's go. Let's get in there. Let's make it happen. But you don't have any. And if you did, you would have presented it. If you do, please do. Go ahead. What are you waiting for? But in the meantime, it's like, can you believe it? The deep state's doing it again. It's like, all right, freaking, yeah, my pizza talked to me last night. I don't have proof, but it did. Totally talked to me. I hate that stuff so much. Gosh dang it. All right.
But yeah, I think that's where we are. And we will see where we go from here. But yeah, that my hunch. I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, Jerry, you sure he's going to concede? No. Jerry's not sure he's going to concede. Jerry doesn't know jack from ass. What? I'm throwing a hunch. Yeah. The hunch is, I would suspect that he concedes, and at the very least hints at 2024. To follow the Trump playbook, he would not officially announce he's running in 2024 until the very last minute, at which point he either does run or announces his support for somebody else. And that's that. Although I wouldn't be shocked if he doesn't run because, I think he's had enough of a time in that spot to realize that job sucks.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it again. But I could see him
sucky job. And once you're there, you touch blue, made it true. Whatever, like no one's gonna make him not a president.
Right. The way I look at it is he'll probably, I mean, I could be totally wrong. He's not getting any younger, so 4 years from now is a lot for both him and Biden, for example. And I wouldn't be surprised if Biden's a one-term president who props up as VP as the next nomination. So the idea of Trump hobbling out there and going,
Pence is not getting the nod.
No, not him. I'm talking Kamala Harris. So
Yeah.
No,
Biden's running again.
Yeah,
I'll put money on it. I'll put money on it.
I'm not so sure. Maybe. I feel like he's a one-termer that is only there as a transition.
For some reason, I thought he even said he was going to be a one.
No. He's hinted that he's a transitional president. But two things. Number one, it's not like he was doing backflips when he got the most votes of any president ever. He was a feeble person then. If he's about the same in 4 years, I don't know why anybody would be like, oh my God, I can't vote for him, the sitting president who acted just as befuddled as we did when we put him in as a 78-year-old. And beyond that, you literally can't govern as a lame duck president.
Right.
Like he would have to get inaugurated and say, Kamala's the president right now, and she's running again. Mm-hmm. Like that's what he would have to do, because if you're a lame duck president, then nobody gives a rat's ass about what you're going to do.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, I have a hunch, like your hunches, I have a hunch that there's more content you're working for or on this week that you'd like to tell people about. So where can people find more Jury on this, the 10th of November?
Well, I am going to be on my own podcast. It's called Politics, and it will be live tomorrow. We actually got some really, really cool stuff. We're looking forward to everything that's coming up. Amongst all the horse-assery that's happening on the top of the ticket, there is a battle for the Senate, and it's going to be in Georgia. 2 runoff elections that will happen simultaneously on January 5th will determine which party holds the Senate and whether or not incoming President Biden will have both the House and the Senate in his charge. And guess who's going to be there?
Oh,
yeah, boy, Justin Robert Young.
Whoa.
Making his road re-debut.
Return to the road. Wow.
First time I've traveled since Tulsa. And I will be down there in Atlanta, Georgia, covering these races, both the Purdue Ossoff race and the Warnock-Leffler
Well, good
race.
news. There's no resurgence in the pandemic at all. It isn't happening worse. The numbers aren't up. You're good.
This is literally the best time in the world to fly, to travel.
Well, it'll be after the holidays. So, I mean, we'll be fully in lockdown by that point. Maybe I'll cancel this one too, but
I know you love doing that stuff. I hope that works out, because I know you.
Yeah, I hope so too.
I think that's a cool thing you get to do, and I always enjoy that coverage. So watch for that, you guys. All of that coming up, and of course, right after this, you can catch Jury on his Twitch channel, which I will send a bunch of you over to. Justin Robert Young, Justin R. Young on Twitter. Justin, have a fantastic day. See you next time.
See you.
Bye now.
The jury will now retire.
Oh, damn it, Brian.
I'll do it for
you.
The
jury will now retire.
Dang it. I forgot. Well done, though. Good catch there at the end. All right, that's going to do it for the show. By the way, earlier, Jeff Sire sent an email to us, and if you'd like to be like Jeff Sire, you can do that. The email address is themorningstream@gmail.com. Be like Jeff and send us your emails. You can also find everything else you need from us at frogpants.com, and you can support us at patreon.com/TMS. There will be a PM edition this week. Okay.
Yes.
Brian, are we done? We're done.
Well, yeah.
Do you want to you want to play us out with some kind of song?
I do. I totally do. And this one is a request that's going out to Icor, aka Kevin Chu. I think he's even in the chat room.
He's the best.
We love Icor, constant fixture in our chat room, and Love seeing his shining avatar every day in the tadpole. He says, "Hey, Shaft and Balls." Well, okay, I think we're done with that.
Whoa!
Let's move on to. No, I'm just kidding. Thanks for giving me something to look forward to every non-pod fading day. Your shows in the tadpole community are a great escape from today's crap. November 14th is my birthday. I almost want to read this like John Malkovich in Con Air. November 14th is my birthday. Just kidding. That's a Saturday, so any day close to it is fine. It's also after the election, and since I'm writing early, wrote this on October 1st, as a matter of fact, since I'm writing early, I don't know who wins. Hopefully we're happy with the result, and the Trumpster fire of 2020 hasn't gotten worse. I present several options based on the possible election outcomes. 1, Biden won. Let's hope things can get better. He may not have been everyone's first choice, but greatness can come from unexpected places, just like a stylophone. What's a stylophone, you ask? Do I have mine right here?
You have one?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, Brian has a stylophone.
Of course I have a stylophone. Are you kidding me?
That's that little box that you ding ding. Oh, you've shown this before. I forgot about it.
Yep.
Oh
that's
my
great.
Lord. That's fantastic.
Yeah. That's a stylophone right there. Well, check out anything by stylophone cover artist Maro 1337 on YouTube. His cover of All Along the Watchtower is a good example. If that's too long, then try his ironically shorter cover of Inagata Divida. Option 2, Trump won. The empire is here, but we all need a reminder that even when evil is in charge, fighting back and sticking together can make a difference. Then he has a suggestion for that song. Number 3, the results are still disputed. No one knows what's going on. Putin's probably still pulling the strings, so let's celebrate with Russian rockers. So he has a song for that one as well. Signs out, vote for Sleepy Joe, yo, Kevin, a.k.a. Icor. Well, I picked the option 1 because, in my opinion, Biden won. And I think in the opinion of a lot of people, Biden won. Really.
Well, the opinion of votes that were cast by people and counted, he won.
Exactly,
which is really the only metric we need, but yeah.
It's really the only metric we need.
Yeah.
So I'm going with his request for that. This is great. This is from stylophone cover artist Maro 1337, as I mentioned. Go check out his YouTube page. It's amazing stuff that this guy is doing with this stupid instrument right here that I'm holding up in my hot little hands.
Wow.
This is All Along the Watchtower, originally done by Bob Dylan, but come on, let's face it, this cover that you're going to hear today is more a cover of the Jimi Hendrix version of All Along the Watchtower. Here it is, Maru 1337, and his cover of All Along the Watchtower.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
The Goombas are dancing again.
Oh no, the Goombas are. Oh, I almost played this.
Malkovich!
I almost played that because you brought him up again.